thing that we have to comprehend that it was attack on the Taliban leaders, but they targeted a civilian places that it's Abdullah Square, and also that you see in the pictures they targeted a civilian places in Paktikov Karmal district that destroyed more than 10 shops and maybe it have casualties.
These strikes come on a day when Afghan Foreign Minister Amir Muttaqi landed in New Delhi. The strikes hit northern and central Kabul. This marked Pakistan's first direct assault on the Afghan capital since the Taliban takeover in 2021. Explosions rocked the city just hours after Pakistan's Defence Minister Khwaja Asif made his explosive remarks in Parliament.
जिस मुल्क से, जिस सरजमीन से उनको फायदा मिल रहा है, उस मुल्क के साथ दुश्मनी कर रहे हैं। सर, ये अब बर्दाश्त नहीं होगा। हमें यकसू होके मिनहसुल कौम जो है जवाब देना पड़ेगा इन लोगों को जो उनको पनाहगाहें मुयस्सर करते हैं, चाहे वो हमारी सरजमीन पे हैं या वो अफगानिस्तान की सरजमीन के ऊपर हैं।
Asif declared, saying that collateral damage may happen as Islamabad will target those who attack Pakistan. It was soon after his statement that the first strike was launched. This is Pakistan's state-sponsored terrorism beyond its borders. Islamabad claims it as retaliation. Pakistan says it was a direct response to the Orakzai ambush that killed 11 Pakistani soldiers earlier this week. Sources suggest the airstrikes were aimed at TTP chief Noor Wali Mahsood, though an unverified audio message claims he escaped unhurt.
ټول مجاهدینو ته السلام علیکم ورحمت الله وبرکاته. مجاهدینو ورونو د سلام په تفاهم وړاندې کولو بعد تاسو ته زه د اطمینان درکوم چې نن د ربیع الثاني 14 تاریخ ته او 9 اکتوبر د جمعرات ورځ تیر شوې ده، د جمعې شپه ده. الحمدلله موږ طرف ته خیر او خیرات ته دغه کومه پروپاګاندا په میډیا باندې خلک کوي، دغه ټول به ځای دي د موټر والا هم او نور هم دا ټول الحمدلله موږ په خپل خوره قبایلی سیمه کې ژوند کوو، هیڅ مشکل نشته ده او الحمدلله په خیر او خیرات سره تاسو خپل جهاد ته ادامه ورکړئ. بس په دې کې موږ تاسو د دنیا د آخرت ګټه ده او نجات او کامیابي ده.
The Taliban regime has called the airstrike a declaration of war. Spokesperson Zabihullah Mujahid confirmed the blast and warned of retaliatory suicide attacks inside Pakistan. The timing couldn't be more provocative. As Taliban's acting foreign minister Amir Khan Muttaqi meets Indian officials in the national capital, Pakistan is bombing Kabul, accusing it.
So as Pakistan bombed Kabul, a diplomatic counter-offensive was launched from New Delhi today. Taliban's top minister is in India, and together India and Afghanistan delivered a powerful message to Islamabad that terror will not dictate the region's future. From rebuilding bridges to restoring full diplomatic ties, this is India and Afghanistan viewers standing shoulder to shoulder against Pakistan's state-sponsored terror. In fact, India delivered a firm signal to Pakistan over its occupation of Jammu and Kashmir as well, the POK. Because here, S. Jaishankar, when he says in a joint statement with the Afghanistan's foreign minister Muttaqi, when he referred to Afghanistan as a contiguous neighbor, he said that we are neighbors, highlighting India's strategic and developmental interest also in the region. Here's the full story.
Pakistan attacks Kabul. Explosions rock Afghanistan's capital. But even as bombs fall, diplomacy is rising in New Delhi. While the Taliban's top central minister Amir Khan Muttaqi lands in India, Pakistan Air Force bombs Kabul. But from New Delhi, India and Afghanistan have sent a strong and unmistakable signal to Islamabad. A united stand against cross-border terrorism and state-sponsored terrorism.
हमारा ख्वाहिश ये है कि ऐसा गलती को तकरार नहीं करना चाहिए। अफ़गानियों का हौसले नहीं आजमाया, उसको ज़्यादा छेड़ना अगर लोग करता है तो वो एक बार अंग्रेज़ से पूछे, फिर सोवियत यूनियन से पूछे, फिर अमेरिका से पूछे, फिर नाटो से पूछे, ताकि वो आपको थोड़ा सा समझाए कि भाई अफगानिस्तान के साथ ऐसा खेल करना ये अच्छा नहीं है.
Both nations have pledged to coordinate their fight against Pakistan's terror machinery. A new chapter of cooperation is unfolding in public view. For the first time since Taliban's takeover of Afghanistan in 2021, Afghanistan's foreign minister is in New Delhi. Received with diplomatic warmth, Muttaqi's visit marks the first major engagement between India and the Taliban regime. And the message from the both sides is loud and clear. Terror will not be tolerated. In a direct message, Taliban's acting foreign minister has assured India that Afghanistan's soil will never be used against any other nation.
During the American occupation, there was many ups and downs that happened. However, throughout this time, we never gave a statement against India. Rather, we always sought good relations with India. We will not allow any group to threaten anyone else or use the territory of Afghanistan against others.
The assurance was met with strong words from India's External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar on how both nations have faced and shared a same threat of terrorism.
Excellency, we have a common commitment towards growth and prosperity. However, these are endangered by the shared threat of cross-border terrorism that both our nations face. We must coordinate efforts to combat terrorism in all its forms and manifestations. We appreciate your sensitivity towards India's security concerns. Your solidarity with us in the aftermath of the Pahalgam terrorist attack was noteworthy.
Now, the imprisoned former Pakistani Prime Minister Imran Khan has been working from behind the bars to launch a political mutiny in Pakistan, replacing a key minister from his prison cell. Imran Khan is openly defiant to army and Shehbaz Sharif's government. He has shaken Pakistan to its core, and Shehbaz Sharif has lots to ponder, and he is clearly, visibly very, very troubled. Let's take a look.
Pakistan is imploding. And the man behind the storm is former Pakistan Prime Minister Imran Khan. From behind bars, the former Prime Minister has launched a political mutiny. And his moves are shaking Islamabad to its core. As Kabul comes under fierce attack, Pakistan itself is caught in a war within. Imran Khan versus Pakistan, a battle threatening to tear apart the country's fragile power balance. In a stunning power play, Imran Khan has replaced key ministers from prison, handpicking loyalists, and has sidelined army-backed leaders. A move seen as open defiance of the Pakistan army and the Sharif government. And the most explosive twist yet is Imran Khan appointing pro-TTP leader Sohail Afridi as Chief Minister of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa.
उन्होंने कहा कि ऐसा बंदा लाओ जो एक फ्यूजिटिव और एक इश्तहारी और एक भगोड़े मुराद सईद का करीबी साथी हो और दहशतगर्दों के हवाले से भी वो एक नरम गोशा रखता हो। तो ये जो सोहेल अफरीदी को लाया गया है, ये इसलिए लाया गया है कि दहशतगर्द और उनके सहूलतकारों को मुकम्मल तौर पे सपोर्ट किया जाए, प्रमोट किया जाए और मुकम्मल सहूलतकारी उनको दी जाए और उनको फ्री हैंड दिया जाए केपी प्रोविंस के अंदर। तो फिर वो कुर्बानियां कहां जाएंगी जो इस मुल्क को कौम ने दिया है? हम ये हरगिज नहीं होने देंगे। और मैं बहुत क्लैरिटी से बता दूं केपी की हुकूमत को और तहरीके इंसाफ को कि पाकिस्तान की सिक्योरिटी पॉलिसी इस्लामाबाद में बनती है और बनती रहेगी। पाकिस्तान की सिक्योरिटी पॉलिसी काबुल में नहीं बनेगी।
अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह हमारा तो ये ईमान है कि अल्लाह ताला जो भी करता है तो उस पर अल्लाह ताला की बेहतरी होती है और हमारे लीडर जो इमरान खान का जो भी फैसला है हमें वन हर तरह से कबूल है और इंशाल्लाह हमारी तमाम पार्टी जो है हमेशा की तरह मुत्तहिद है और तमाम ने खान साहब के फैसले पर एतमाद का इजहार किया है और इंशाल्लाह ये जो बीच में अभी दोबारा ये थोड़े से फिर ये कोई चक्कर बना रहे हैं, ये जो हुकूमत बना रही है कोई चक्कर, उस पर भी हमने सारी लहमत बना लिया अपना और इंशाल्लाह हम इनकी क्यों भी ऐसी साजिश है कामयाब नहीं होने देंगे।
A man accused of backing the Taliban, now elevated by Imran himself. The timing couldn't be deadlier. This comes even as Pakistan forces are coming under attack in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. The government alleges Imran Khan is working with the Taliban regime in Kabul. Islamabad's official charge is that Kabul is influencing political appointments in Islamabad. As the Taliban struggles to hold Kabul, Imran Khan is tightening his grip from the jail. He is turning Pakistan's internal chaos into his comeback strategy. This is no longer opposition politics. It's Imran Khan versus Munir and Shehbaz. Pakistan is now a nation under siege from within and beyond.
Now, Bihar Assembly elections battle is now heating up with the NDA and the Mahagathbandhan. They're all gearing up. NDA, remember, has been for the longest time being engaged in this tussle, but now the inside scoop tells us that inside sources tell us that they have finally come to a decision on seat sharing. Details will be announced this evening or maybe tomorrow afternoon. Meanwhile, 4 JDU MLAs have joined hands with the RJD also, and Tejasvi Yadav has also now released the list of his candidates. We'll tell you all of that on that in this report.
Bihar's assembly elections are around the corner, and all parties have sounded the poll bugle. The seat-sharing formula is being finalized in NDA. Republic sources have confirmed that the NDA alliance, which till yesterday was in a conflict over seat sharing, has finally reached an agreement on seat sharing. Chirag Paswan's party had demanded 36 seats, while the BJP had offered 22. Earlier today, the BJP General Secretary Vinod Tawde met Upendra Kushwaha at his Patna residence.
चर्चा होती है तो जिसके पास ताकत होती है उसी की चर्चा होती है, और निश्चित रूप से चुनावी वर्ष है, चर्चा होना जायज है, और हमारे नेता शीर्ष नेतृत्व कल हम लोग ने एक बैठक भी किया, आपको बता दूं, सबका अधिकृत हमारे राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष हैं, कोई भी फैसला लेने की कितना सीट लड़ेंगे, क्या सीट लड़ेंगे, कौन सीट लड़ेंगे, कहाँ लड़ेंगे, कहाँ नहीं लड़ेंगे, सब चीज़ के लिए हमारे राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष आदरणीय चिराग पासवान जी अधिकृत हैं.
On the other hand, the pre-poll switch has begun. Former JDU MP Santosh Kushwaha, former JDU MLA Rahul Sharma and Chanakya Prakash and LJP's Ajay Kushwaha have joined hands with RJD.
मुझे पूरा विश्वास है कि इनके पार्टी में आने से दल तो मजबूत होगा ही होगा, और साथ में जो सामाजिक न्याय की जो विचारधारा है वो भी मजबूत हो. आप सब लोग को हमने पहले भी कहा था कि अब हमारे जो चाचा हैं वो अचेत अवस्था में हैं, और जनता दल यूनाइटेड अब या बिहार सरकार आदरणीय नीतीश कुमार जी नहीं चला रहे हैं, बल्कि भाजपा दिल्ली से नरेंद्र मोदी जी और अमित शाह चला रहे हैं.
Mahagathbandhan is gearing up for a strong challenge, with RJD leader Tejasvi Yadav making big promises ahead of the polls. Yesterday, Tejasvi Yadav promised government jobs to one person in every household ahead of the polls. BJP also hit out at Tejasvi, saying when any party feels that there is no possibility of forming government, then such statements are made.
किसी भी दल को जब लगता है कि सरकार बनाने की कोई संभावना नहीं है, तब वह ऐसी ही बातें करते हैं. तेजस्वी यादव और महागठबंधन अब पूरे तौर पे मान चुका है कि वह बिहार के चुनाव से आउट है, और इसलिए वह इस तरह की बातें कर रहे हैं. जल्दी ही आप तेजस्वी यादव जी से सुनिएगा कि जितने लोग भी उनके पार्टी को वोट देंगे, सबको वह स्टारशिप में बैठा के चांद ले जाएंगे, क्योंकि वह जानते हैं कि सरकार बनेगी नहीं और जिम्मेवारी मेरी होगी नहीं.
The battle for Patna is intensifying, with all parties working to win over voters.
And that's all we could pack in this edition of 6 Stories at 6. We'll be right back with Live and Breaking.
Living my best life. Mindfully crafted home decor fabrics. संसार, a D-Decor brand. Live consciously.
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद ये तो है इसकी खास बात। वाओ मामा क्या स्वाद है। अरे मेरे राजा
Bliss. Sometimes it dances on your skin like first rain. Weaves the magic of warmth into a cold day. Experience bliss in all its forms with Hindwear. Hindwear, designed for bliss.
अब छोलिया हो या लोबिया, सफेद चने या काले चने,
सब कुछ मजेदार बने।
केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे। केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ।
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद ये तो है इसकी खास बात। वाओ मामा क्या स्वाद है। अरे मेरे राजा मसाला।
Attorney General Bondi, why did you publicly claim to have the Epstein client list waiting for your review and then produce nothing relevant to that claim?
Senator Durbin, if you listen to my entire clip on that, I said I had not reviewed it yet, that it was sitting on my...
In February, you made a public claim that the Epstein client list was, quote, sitting on my desk right now for review, end of quote. You then produced already public information and no client list at a major media event hosted at the White House. Attorney General Bondi, why did you publicly claim to have the Epstein client list waiting for your review and then produce nothing relevant to that claim?
Senator Durbin, if you listen to my entire clip on that, I said I had not reviewed it yet, that it was sitting on my desk along with the JFK files, the Martin Luther King files. And I said I had not yet reviewed it. And if you see our memo on Epstein, you will see, excuse me, our memo on Epstein clearly points out that there was no client list, our July 6th memo.
Going back to the Epstein files, according to another whistleblower who made a protected disclosure to my office, you pushed...
Living my best life.
Mindfully crafted home decor fabrics. Sansar, a D-Decor brand. Live consciously.
आधे बाउल दही में 4 चम्मच MDH चटनी पुदीना मसाला डाला, स्टर करो, पुदीना चटनी तैयार। MDH चटनी पुदीना मसाला। MDH.
Bliss. Sometimes it dances on your skin like first rain. Weaves the magic of warmth into a cold day. Experience bliss in all its forms with Hindwear. Hindwear, designed for bliss.
Our pure Shahi Paneer Masala. Delicious, healthy, every day.
भारत की अपनी दुकान इंडिया सोना, अपने देश का सामान इंडिया सोना, इंडिया सोना, इंडिया सोना।
अब छोलिया हो या लोबिया, सफेद चने या काले चने,
सब कुछ मजेदार बने।
Lashkar-e-Taiba's deputy chief Saifullah Kasuri, who is believed to be the mastermind behind the Pahalgam terror attack, has openly threatened Prime Minister Narendra Modi in a clip that is now going viral on social media. In the video, Kasuri can be seen praising Pakistan Army Chief General Asim Munir, referring to him as Field Marshal, requesting him to teach a lesson to PM Modi similar to the Pahalgam attack on May 10, 2025.
हम सतलुज के किनारे पर इस वक्त मौजूद हैं और ये दरिया सतलुज जो हिंदुस्तान से होता हुआ हमारे जिला कसूर से इसी इलाके से पाकिस्तान में दाखिल होता है। मुझे भी सैलाब के दिनों में ज्यादा वक्त सतलुज के किनारे पे सतलुज की लहरों में सतलुज की ऊपर चलने वाली कश्तियों और बेड़ों में ज्यादा वक्त गुजारने का मौका मिला है और मैं खूब जानता हूं ये सतलुज में जो सैलाब आया है ये कुदरती सैलाब सारे का सारा नहीं था, ये मसनूई था, ये दुश्मन की अदावत थी, ये उसकी गुंडागर्दी थी, ये उसकी बदमाशी थी और आज भी वो गीदड़ धमकियां लगाता है। 10 मई वो 2025 का 10 मई आज हिंदुस्तान भूल गया। हम कहते हैं अपने सिपह सलार को, अपने फील्ड मार्शल को, आज का ये हजारों का मजमा, ये अपने फील्ड मार्शल को, अपने आर्मी चीफ को, पाकिस्तान के अजीम सिपह सलार को हम सब मुतालबा करते हैं कि अभी एक मर्तबा फिर नरेंद्र मोदी की मुरम्मत की जरूरत मौजूद है। ये हालात का तकाजा मौजूद है। ये ऐसे बात नहीं आएगा, ये बातों से बात नहीं आने वाला। ये बड़ा सिर्फ इंसान है, दरिंदा सिर्फ इंसान है। इसके लबों को बेगुनाहों का खून चिंता हुआ है। ये जब तक खून खाली न करे, लाशों को न गिराए, इंसानियत को न कर पाए, इसको चैन और सुकून नहीं आता। हम अपने सिपह सलार से कहते हैं एक मर्तबा फिर 10 मई की तारीख को दोहराने की जरूरत।
The statement is being seen as a direct provocation against India. Kasuri claims to be acting in the name of flood relief work and blames India for Pakistan's recent floods, accusing New Delhi of engaging in what he calls water terrorism. The timing of this video has...
Trump's Nobel hunt ends in humiliation. No trophy for Trump. Peace Prize slips away. Months of Nobel lobbying reaches its climax. Debating tonight at 9 p.m. White House releases a statement on Nobel Peace Prize, says committee panel prioritized politics over peace.
काबुल में एक आवाज़ सुनाया तो रात भर उसकी जो तलाश हुआ अभी तक कोई नुकसान का कोई खबर नहीं आया है।
Afghanistan Foreign Minister Amir Muttaqi mocks Pakistan's strike in Kabul, says searched all night, didn't find any damage.
The need of our region is that we combat this menace together. And this is a need for the common prosperity of both nations.
A big message to Islamabad by India-Afghanistan bilateral in New Delhi. Jaishankar says India and Afghanistan share the same terror threat, a reference to Pakistan. Major internal churn in Pakistan as Kabul comes under attack. Imran Khan's party's move to replace ministers rattles the Shehbaz Sharif government. Tata's 6-hour, 45-minute-long marathon meeting concludes. Trustees agree to continue working to resolve differences. Thank you for staying with us here on Republic TV, getting you some breaking news from battleground Bihar, which goes to polls in a few weeks from now. LJP, Ram Vilas, which is Chirag Paswan's party, has called a meeting of the party's parliamentary board tomorrow, 11 a.m. to discuss the seat sharing in NDA and finalization of party candidates for the Bihar Assembly elections. A quick news alert coming in. Ram Vilas Paswan has been meeting Nityanand Rai, Union Minister, for the last 3 to 4 days. They've had 4 consecutive meetings, in fact, and there has been a little bit of a pull and push about how many seats he will be contesting on within the NDA. Initially wanted 40 seats and has now reportedly brought that number down to 35. Now that's the detail that we've picked up. And the BJP reportedly has agreed to let Chirag Paswan's party contest on at least 26 seats as of now. We don't know. Let's go across to Prakash, my colleague, joining us with the details. Prakash, is he okay with that? What's the number that they've agreed upon? Because they were all smiles when they met this morning. But was there an understanding? Because we also got some information that all NDA constituents are happy with the seat sharing formula. Is that correct, or is there more?
Well, the seat sharing arrangement, Niranjan, has already been made after a discussion with Chirag Paswan in Delhi, in between Nityanand Rai and Chirag Paswan, and then Jitan Ram Manjhi's party and Upendra Kushwaha's party. And BJP and the JDU were unanimous with their decision of 101 and 102 seats respectively, 102 for JDU, 101 for BJP. Symbolic big brother role for JDU again, ever since the alliance was staged in 2000, 25 years ago. Earlier JDU used to contest once upon a time 141 seats out of 243 seats. That there was a huge difference. Now it's come to almost equal seats. And Chirag Paswan had no other option but to budge, but he bargained hard, keeping in mind the fact that it was a last-minute arrangement that was being made. And he wanted some seats for his party president, sitting seat of BJP in East Champaran district, Govindganj, which the BJP apparently has conceded for Chirag Paswan's party, and few other seats. So the announcement is likely to be made tomorrow in Delhi by the BJP, JDU, Upendra Kushwaha's party, Chirag Paswan's party, and Rashtriya Lok Morcha in Delhi. The announcement will be made in Delhi, and thereafter the finalization of seats would be done by the BJP. The BJP core committee also meets at JP Nadda's residence tomorrow, and thereafter the Central Election Committee would meet on Sunday after the arrival of Rajnath Singh, who is also a member of the parliamentary board. Rajnath Singh is right now away in Australia.
Okay, here's what Chirag Paswan said when he met Union Minister Nityanand Rai this morning. In fact, that's been the sticking point for the NDA, Manjhi and then Chirag Paswan. But on Chirag Paswan's front, the talks between the BJP and his party, which is the LJP-R, which is Ram Vilas, has been ongoing last few days. Here's what he said after that meeting this morning.
मैं जानता हूं कि आप सब सिर्फ घोषणा का इंतजार कर रहे हैं, वो भी जल्द हो जाएगी, पर इतना मैं जरूर कहूंगा कि बातचीत बहुत अच्छे से, बहुत बढ़िया से, कल जैसा आदरणीय नित्यानंद जी ने कहा, सकारात्मक, बहुत ही सकारात्मक रूप से बातचीत हुई है, हो रही है, और अभी अंतिम दौर में अब ये बातचीत पहुंच चुकी है। मुझे लगता है जिस घोषणा का इंतजार आप सब कर रहे हैं कि कौन कहाँ कितनी, हम लोग हर एक माइन्यूट जितने भी डिटेलिंग्स हैं, हर चीज़ को हम लोग पहले ही डिस्कस कर लेना चाहते हैं, ताकि बाद में गठबंधन के भीतर किसी भी चीज़ को लेकर, सीटों को लेकर, प्रत्याशियों को लेकर, कहाँ पे कौन कैसे प्रचार करेगा, कैसे, हर चीज़ को विस्तार से हम लोग चर्चा करना चाहते हैं, जो कि बहुत अच्छे से हुई है, हो रही है, और मुझे लगता है बहुत जल्द आप सबके सामने।
Okay, moving on now, and the Uttar Pradesh police continues to tighten the noose on criminals in the state. Yogi Adityanath himself has zero tolerance towards criminals. In the latest crackdown, the Prayagraj police has nabbed a murder accused. We access some pictures of that operation.
The Uttar Pradesh police continues to tighten the noose on criminals in the state. An accused of murdering a woman, Balbir Singh, was arrested by the police after an encounter in Ghaziabad's Kaushambi. The police have recovered a murder weapon from his possession along with the motorcycle and the victim's mobile phone.
दिनांक 8-10-2025 को कस्बा सिराथो अंतर्गत एक युवती की गला रेतकर निर्मम हत्या हुई थी और टीम द्वारा सीसीटीवी फुटेज, सर्वेलांस और अन्य पूछताछ के आधार पर बलबीर सिंह पटेल निवासी कोखराज को आज मुठभेड़ के उपरांत गिरफ्तार किया गया है। उसके कब्जे से घटना में प्रयुक्त आला कत्ल, चाकू, एक मोटरसाइकिल तथा मृतका की मोबाइल भी बरामद की गई है। गिरफ्तारी के दौरान इसके द्वारा पुलिस बल पर फायरिंग किया गया। पुलिस बल द्वारा भी आत्मरक्षार्थ फायरिंग की गई जो उसके पैर में चोट लगी है।
Okay, we're getting in some breaking news right now. Shapurji Palonji has issued a statement. And in the statement by Shapurji Palonji Mistri on the current developments related to the Tata Trusts and Tata Sons, they have reiterated a call for transparency and governance through public listing of Tata Sons. We have the full statement, and I'm going to read out the full statement, ladies and gentlemen. This is a very, very significant development. SP Group or Shapurji Palonji Group has said that in the light of the recent developments pertaining to the internal matters of Tata Sons, it is both timely and necessary to reiterate our long-standing position, one that has always been rooted in transparency, fairness, public interest and adherence to the principles of good corporate governance. The Shapurji Palonji Group has consistently advocated the public listing of Tata Sons. We firmly believe that listing this premier institution will not only uphold the spirit of transparency envisioned by its founding father, Shri Jamsetji Tata, but also strengthen the trust among all stakeholders, employees, investors, and the people of India. Our stance is guided by a simple yet profound belief: transparency is the truest form of respect for both legacy and the future. As one of India's oldest business houses, we have full faith in the Reserve Bank of India, a constitutional and autonomous body, to take decisions grounded in the principles of equity, justice, and public interest. The RBI scale-based regulatory framework clearly articulates that a non-banking finance company or NBFC should not act in a manner detrimental to the interests of its investors. And in this context, we trust that the 30th September 2025 compliance timeline under the upper layer classification will be viewed by the seriousness and sanctity that regulatory commitments deserve. We are confident that the RBI will act as it always has in accordance with the rule of law and the spirit of fairness. The public listing of Tata Sons is not merely a financial step, it's a moral and social imperative. It will unlock immense value for over 1.2 crore stakeholders of listed Tata companies who are indirect shareholders of Tata Sons, representing the aspirations of all Indians. The very citizens who have for decades held faith in the Tata name as a symbol of integrity and national pride. I'm going across to my colleague Pranav, joining us live from Republic Business. Pranav, this is significant. What do you make of the statement? Can you break this down? What this means now, Pranav?
Well, Niranjan, this basically means that Shapurji Palonji Group, which actually holds 18% in Tata Sons, is actually asking for listing of the company. If you remember, this was one of the first demands that the group has been pressing for over years. In fact, from about 48 shares to 18%, the stake of Shapurji Palonji in Tata Sons has increased, and they've been asking for liquidating some of their investments in the group to settle some of their internal matters or debts, so to say, is what has been reported. So we are now seeing Shapurji Palonji Group pressing for going public. This was one of the points of contentions when the matter initially started in September.
Yeah. Now, what is the stand of the different stakeholders and different leaders on this subject of public listing?
Well, the board was actually divided over it because not everybody within the trustees, the group of trustees, were keen on ensuring the listing of Tata Sons. But Shapurji Palanji has pressed for it, and we need to see how the rest of the members react to this, because this is probably the first time that one of the involved entities has come out with an open statement. So far, whatever was happening was all happening inside the boardroom. But this is probably the first time that an entity involved in the matter has come out with a public statement on it.
Yeah. Now, any details whether this was discussed in the meeting? Perhaps because the fact that it's come out after that marathon meeting ended, the 6-hour 45-minute meeting, right?
Yes, it was one of the points that was discussed. The listing of Tata Sons was in fact one of the matters that was discussed in the meeting. The other issues that were discussed were about the usage of 1,700 crore of dividend income that it has received through Tata Group. But yes, this was one of the matters discussed cordially, as we are told.
Yeah, I want to ask you a question, because there is also a question of debt that the Shapurji Palanji Group has right now. That is a key factor on why perhaps they are also wanting to go in for a public listing. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yes, I mean, unconfirmed report or open source information had it that the group had close to about 8,000 crore in debt, and the group or the controlling members of the group were, so to say, interested in liquidating the investments in Tata Sons to pay off that debt. And that is reportedly where the disagreements in fact started, because Mehli Mistry, one of the trustees of Tata Trusts, is believed to be close to the Shapurji Palanji Group. And the initial disagreements that started were about liquidating to pay off the so-called or whatever reported debts that the group has.
Okay. Now, the interesting use of words here, because they are also making a point, and I'm reading from here, the third last paragraph, Pranav. Shapurji Palanji in its statement says, our position is not in conflict. Our position is not in conflict, but completely in consonance with the ideals of Sri Jamsetji Tata, whose vision was that of an enterprise serving the nation with openness, accountability and compassion. Now, they also go on to talk about here that we reaffirm that our relationship with the House of Tata spans generations, was built on mutual respect, shared heritage. We remain fully committed to playing a constructive role alongside Tata Trusts and Tata Sons in shaping a future that upholds the legacy of both our founding families. The Shapurji Palanji Group remain steadfast in the commitment to these principles for the stability of our institutions, protection of shareholders, larger good of Bharat, and it appears that for now they are not going to pull back on their demand or their stand, to put it, on public listing.
Well, absolutely. I think there's a lot of reading between the lines that can be done here, because even while the involved entities have been, through sources or not so directly denying that there has been, any kind of feud or disagreement, so to say, there is a lot of reading between the lines that can be done from here. And what the group here right now, the Shapurji Palanji Group, is batting for here is not exactly the financial part of it. I mean, besides the fact that they're saying that it's not a financial step, it's a moral and social imperative. So they're taking a different stand, which may be read as an indirect reference or indirect comment to the likely disagreements that may have existed within the board that have been surfacing over the past few days.
Yeah, been covering business for over a decade now, right, Pranav? Have you seen this kind of a statement come out before of Shapurji Palanji being this vocal on the issue of public listing?
Never really, Niranjan. In fact, the last time Tata Group Tata Group has always been in the news for the positive side of the stories. But then the last time it was in news was when the whole feud broke out that involved Cyrus Mistry. But even at that time, there was a lot of secrecy that surrounded. So this is unarguably the first time that one of the entities involved in the feud has actually come out and put out a statement, making a lot of things, probably leaving a lot of things to read between the lines.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, I'll leave it at that for now. Pranav, thank you for that news break, breaking the story first. In fact, ladies and gentlemen, very, very proud to say that Republic TV has been getting you every breaking update there is on Tata Trusts and the different issues that the group has been facing. And they had a marathon 6-hour 45-minute meeting today, and the Shapurji Palonji Group statement that we just brought you will also be uploaded on republicworld.com and Republic Business. Let's move on now and get you some other stories now. India is going to reopen its embassy in Kabul for the first time in 4 years, as confirmed by External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar, who, while meeting Taliban-ruled Afghanistan Minister Amir Khan Muttaqi, confirmed the move. Listen in.
Excellency, we have a common commitment towards growth and prosperity. However, these are endangered by the shared threat of cross-border terrorism that both our nations face. We must coordinate efforts to combat terrorism in all its forms and manifestations. We appreciate your sensitivity towards India's security concerns. Your solidarity with us in the aftermath of the Pahalgam terrorist attack was noteworthy. India is fully committed to the sovereignty, territorial integrity and independence of Afghanistan. Closer cooperation between us contributes to your national development as well as regional stability and resilience. To enhance that, I am pleased to announce today the upgrading of India's technical mission in Kabul to the status of Embassy of India. Once again, Excellency, a very, very warm welcome, and I invite you to make your opening remarks.
Ladies and gentlemen, the sea phase of the bilateral exercise Konkan 25 concluded on the 8th of October this month, following a series of high-intensity naval operations aimed at enhancing interoperability, operational readiness and maritime cooperation. Now, during the sea phase, participating naval forces engaged in a wide range of complex maritime operations. Carrier-based fighter jets, airborne early warning helicopters, shore-based maritime recon aircraft executed beyond visual range or BVR air combat and integrated air defense drills. These are pictures, raw videos that we are getting you of the exercise. These operations reaffirming the reach, flexibility, readiness of deck-based air assets to operate anywhere, anytime. Surface gunnery exercises underway, replenishment runs, coordinated anti-submarine warfare operations were also conducted as part of the exercise. Now, maritime patrol aircraft and ASW helicopters operated in close coordination with surface and subsurface platforms, demonstrating tactical synergy and professional exercise. Pictures of Exercise Konkan 2025.
Living my best life.
Mindfully crafted home decor fabrics. Sansar, a D-Decor brand. Live consciously.
दादी के हाथों का जादू और खुशबू से महकता घर, माँ की मुस्कुराहट और खाने की सुगंध। MDH गरम मसाला,
क्योंकि हर रिश्ता है स्वाद से जुड़ा।
Bliss. Sometimes it dances on your skin like first rain. It teases, it soothes, and sometimes speaks without words. Experience bliss in all its forms with Hindware. Hindware, designed for bliss.
आर प्योर सूजी पास्ता उबालो मिलाओ और खाओ 8 मिनट में तैयार। क्या टेस्ट है सबका राजा आर प्योर मसाला। केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ।
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल बोलो जुबान केसरी।
आर प्योर शाही पनीर मसाला, डिलीशियस, हेल्दी एवरी डे।
Attorney General Bondi, why did you publicly claim to have the Epstein client list waiting for your review and then produce nothing relevant to that claim?
Senator Durbin, if you listen to my entire clip on that, I said I had not reviewed it yet, that it was sitting on my...
In February, you made a public claim that the Epstein client list was, quote, sitting on my desk right now for review, end of quote. You then produced already public information and no client list at a major media event hosted at the White House. Attorney General Bondi, why did you publicly claim to have the Epstein client list waiting for your review and then produce nothing relevant to that claim?
Senator Durbin, if you listen to my entire clip on that, I said I had not reviewed it yet, that